Он готов, всегда готов.
Get 4, 3, 4, 6. Now you're doing it. Go get it.
Now we're doing it. Now we're doing it good. Good. Hit it. You got 0.08 left.
97, 98, 99, 100. Good. That's it. Run it. Come on, Khalil. Run those hands. Let's go. That's it.
And then in between rounds, kind of acting almost as like a coach and working together. But they have such an amazing relationship. How influential is Khamzat going to be on your camp as well out here? Because you have a camp coming up soon.
Yeah, Khamzat, like I said, he has a lot of experience and he can help me a lot. And especially with my wrestling and my.
Once you train with him and once you work out with him, once you see him dragging in the gym like everybody else and trying to wrap his hand and just like trying to get the motivation to get through a workout. Once you feel him and you sweat with him and you watch other guys go, the mask is off. And Chimaev is very much one of these guys that has a mask. There was an aura around Chimaev. Now, what's going to happen is between these guys, and I fully do believe that Chimaev feels that he got the best of Sean and that Sean's going, hey, wait a minute, there's a little bit more to the story, which is very real in the practice room. It's very real even when guys go head to head. One guy sat out the round before and the other guy had his hardest round the round before, and now it's right. There's all sorts of things and there's all sorts of math that's going on in a fighter's mind. Like a fighter could openly lose rounds to another guy and go, no, but I got the best of you. And then have his reasons why. And a training round is very deceptive. You're grappling at 100%, but you're striking at 80%. And that's a broad stroke term, but that's pretty
You know, I know Imamov and Khamzat kind of don't want to fight each other. I'm not really excited for that fight. Not a lot of people are, but the Strickland fight, I believe I faced Strickland. In the striking, he definitely beats Khamzat for sure. Khamzat, a problem to deal with when he has you on your back. We've seen that many times. With Strickland, what he does brilliantly, I took Strickland down, I think 7 times. The way he gets up to hold him down is incredibly hard. At Extreme Couture, where they train, they specialize in that cage position and getting back to his feet. And Strickland's a lot stronger than people might think. I think he has a very good chance in that fight.
Khamzat Chimaev prepares for his highly anticipated clash with Sean Strickland. He's not entering this fight alone. Alongside him is the relentless and highly skilled Arman Tsarukyan, helping sharpen his already dangerous skill set. The training footage surfacing has analysts split right down the middle, but the real question isn't who wins, it's how brutal this fight will become. When chaos collides with structure and pressure meets precision, something has to break.
Here's what I think. Strickland is going to get in his head, force him to go crazy early on. His plan is to defend, get him tired, and then start to turn on the burners a little bit.
Arman Tsarukyan recently opened up about his training experience with Khamzat Chimaev, and it's clear this isn't just another fight camp, it's a complete evolution. Both fighters are constantly pushing each other, exchanging knowledge, and leveling up day by day. Despite the size difference, their mindset is what truly stands out. Chimaev's relentless work ethic, intensity, and willingness to learn are turning this camp into something special. With Sean Strickland ahead, this chemistry could spell serious trouble for the division. Clip.
Arman, I gotta ask you this. The thoughts on Khamzat Chimaev here again for his second camp. You were so part of the first camp, him going to get the title against DDP. Now he's doing the second one here at Jackson and Santo. You guys have had amazing relationship. We see all these videos of you guys training at Santo Performance Studio, training at Coach Cal's, you know, on the bikes. Talk to me about training with him. I know he's bigger than you. I know he brings in a lot of different guys, but the energy, the training, the sparring, what's it like?
I mean, Khamzat, he's a hard worker, and so now he's a UFC champion, and it's good when you have like this sparring partner, friend, and who can show you and tell you something, and like we share like our experience and grow and.
Chael Sonnen breaks it down. The fight between Strickland and Chimaev is filled with uncertainty. With ongoing callouts, Dricus du Plessis pushing for another opportunity, and rumors of Chimaev moving up in weight, the division feels unpredictable. But through all the noise, one thing stands out. Chimaev is back in camp, looking stronger, bigger, and fully focused. When a fighter like that goes quiet and locks in, it usually signals that chaos is coming.
Strickland, du Plessis wants a rematch. Chimaev's going to leave the division. He's going up to 205 pounds. Like, it's just been really hard to get any level of clarity. So now Chimaev is back to training. Khalil Roundtree goes out and trains with him. It was pretty incredible. It was pretty incredibly difficult looking push yourself videos that were coming out. And a lot of the rumors were true about Chimaev's size. You could tell he was a big guy. I don't know that I would dispute the rumor, but it is still a rumor that he wanted to go up to 205 pounds. And not go up to 205 pounds because of Pierre or to become champ, because he didn't want to go back to 85. Like, he looked big and he looked good. So now you got Strickland, who's been given the opportunity, earned the opportunity.
Continuing his analysis, Chael Sonnen makes it clear that Khamzat Chimaev is far from one-dimensional. Many expect a dominant wrestler, but quickly realize he's incredibly difficult to control and even harder to keep down. Addressing Dricus du Plessis backing Strickland, Sonnen isn't fully convinced that Strickland holds the advantage on the feet. Chimaev's striking remains somewhat untested at the highest level, and that unknown factor could completely shift the fight.
The first time you go with this guy, you think he's a wrestler. When you don't know anything about him, and you haven't met yet, and you just feel him at the end of the workout, you think he's a wrestler. Dricus talked about how hard he was to take down, talked about he's even harder to keep there. And it's a very interesting concept. I mean, Dricus went as far as to say that he thinks that Sean's got a very good chance in the fight, and he said in a stand-up realm that Sean is much better than Chimaev. Now, I would challenge Dricus on that, but I would challenge him very respectfully, like as the former champion who's been in the ring the better part of 75 minutes with these guys. He has the right to his opinion, but it did surprise me. Like, what do you mean meaning Strickland? What do you mean he's meaningfully better in the striking than Chimaev? Where did you test Chimaev in the striking?
Dricus du Plessis has made a bold prediction, suggesting that Sean Strickland might actually have the edge over Khamzat Chimaev. While Chimaev is a nightmare on the ground, Strickland's striking and underrated strength could make things dangerous in stand-up exchanges. If that proves true, this fight could be far more competitive than expected. With such contrasting styles, every moment could swing the momentum, turning it into a must-watch battle for fight fans.